Good morning, it's Grandma Roseanne. We're going to start this recipe with 4 pounds of butter. Now, you might think, what in the world could she be making with 4 pounds of butter? We're making ghee. Now, if you are not familiar with ghee, hang with us through this recipe because you are going to want to do it. We're going to melt this butter down. So I'm going to start it at a medium-high heat, and we're going to let it melt all the way down, and then we're going to let it come to a rapid boil. And while we're waiting for this to melt down, let me explain the benefits of ghee. Well, first of all, if you do any kind of Indian cooking, Indian cuisine, this is the base of it. That's number one. But I use it for everything, everything. When you are trying to fry something and you try to fry it in butter, it burns. The reason it burns is because of the milk solids in it. The milk solids will burn, then your whole butter is burnt. So rather than frying anything in butter, what we do is we use oils, vegetable oil, peanut oil, avocado oil, whatever else. And the reason we use those is because it has a smoke level of 480 degrees. Butter will burn at 250 degrees. But when you do this, your smoke level is 482 degrees. You can fry with this. So if you're going to do a steak or fish or shrimp and you have this ghee available, oh my word, it just elevates that dish to unbelievable levels. Really, it does. So what do we have when we have butter? We have 3 elements. We have water, we have butter fat, and we have solids. After 30 days, the water becomes filled with bacteria, which is never good for anything, and the milk solids will spoil. So what we are doing here is we're evaporating the water and removing the milk solids and only left with the butter fat. Now, the benefit of this is that you can store this on your countertop for 6 months. It never has to be refrigerated, or if you keep it in your refrigerator, it is good for a year. Do you have to do 4 pounds? Of course not. You can do 1 pound, you can do 2 pounds, whatever you want. I do 4 pounds because I cook a lot, and I also do 4 pounds because this process takes a little bit of time, so I can do all of it at once, which I prefer doing. So now we're just going to wait until this melts down and starts to boil. And you might be wondering, why does ghee vary from clarified butter? Isn't it exactly the same? And the answer is almost the same. When you clarify butter, you bring it to a golden color. You do the same process. You're removing the foam, you're removing the solids, you're evaporating the water, but you're bringing it to just a golden color. I think that's the best way to say it. With ghee, you're going to take it longer. You're going to actually burn the milk solids, and you're going to take it to a deep amber color. The flavor and the richness of ghee is so much more intensified than just clarified. So it's just the same process, doing it a little bit longer. All right, we are totally melted now. Now I'm going to let it come to a hard boil. So what we're doing now is we're starting to burn the milk solids, and that's a good thing. Yes, sometimes it's okay to burn things in your kitchen. Lord knows I've burned enough things in my kitchen that it wasn't a good thing. It's all in the learning process. So now I'm at a rapid boil, so I have got large bubbles bursting all on the surface. I just reduced it slightly, and we're going to let it just continue to be a soft boil, not a rapid boil, but a soft boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now I will caution you, while this is in this entire process, don't stir it. You want those milk solids to be as close to the bottom as possible. Right now they're kind of floating, but they are touching the bottom as well, so you don't touch it. We have completed our 15 minutes here. Now, those milk solids are like ping pong balls right now. They're bouncing all over inside of here. We want them to settle down. We want them to drop all the way to the bottom. And do not disturb this. Just let it be. Once they have calmed down, I'm going to leave them there like 10 or 15 minutes. The longer you leave them, the better off you are, actually. But for time's sake, I'll probably leave them 10 to 15 minutes. All right, we have settled down enough. So now you are going to see that there is a foam on the top of this. And what we want to do is remove that. So just slide it all over. Don't touch the bottom. Have I said that like 14 times? I think so. Going to pick up that foam and discard it. And you can see now, if you look to the bottom, you'll be able to see that it really is an amber color. It's beautiful. And all those nasty little milk solids are burnt on the bottom and sitting down there just like they're supposed to. This is really a very easy process because it just floats on the top. Just skimming it off. Now I have prepared a strainer with some cheesecloth, and we're going to pour this in. We're going to do it very slowly because, again, you don't want to disturb the milk solids on the bottom. So just very, very slowly. We are pouring in. Now you can pour right into this glass, but if I had somebody else that was here to help me and they were holding it, I would have done that. But doing it by myself, I felt a little bit more confident doing it this way. This is the jar that I'm going to store it in. And the reason I love this jar rather than one that has any metal on it where it clamps down, those are really nice, but you can't put them in the microwave. And this, I can just take the top off, put it in the microwave if I need to have it melted. Now I'm going to transfer it. Do you see the beautiful color of that? Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. All right. Now I'm coming around because I want you to see this. All of those solids down there, that's what we're getting rid of. We don't want any of that. Now this process that we did, we cut almost all of it. There was just a very, very slight amount of solid that got through, but now we are pure and we know that. So, into my bowl. A little bit more than I thought I had. So here we have ghee. And I will use this for so many things. I love the fact it doesn't need to be refrigerated. I love the fact that it can sit on my counter for 6 months, my refrigerator for a full year. And I love cooking with this. Remember now, the smoke level, the smoke temperature on this one is now up to 482 degrees, opposed to butter at 250 degrees. So you can do anything you want with this. Salmon, fish, where you're basting it with the butter. Oh my word, it's gonna be delicious. So I hope you try it, and if you do, I hope you enjoy it. I really love it a lot. Thank you for coming. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed being with me today. Hit the little like button because that just helps me, and the little bell lets you know when I'm coming back. So thank you so much. You go out and have a blessed day. Thank you. We will see you on the next video.